Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to a new video. Today I am going to start a new chapter in geography. Earlier we have completed resources and development in geography, and today I am going to start the next chapter in your syllabus, which is fourth chapter of geography, agriculture. Let me tell you some basic thing about the agriculture. Like earlier we have seen in the sectors of the Indian economy that agriculture activity is considered as primary activity. And for your information, that it is considered as the oldest economic activity in the human history. Economic activity I am talking about. Non-economic activity there were many, but as economic activity, theory believe that various theories believe that various historians believe that agriculture is an oldest activity, economic activity in the human history. And importance also we know about it because country like India is agriculturally important country where various other activities also depend on agriculture, because agriculture considered as primary activity, as we have learned before, in the sectors of the Indian economy, right? So agriculture provides raw material to various industries. It is important to provide important for providing food, cereals and grains, cereals, millets and fruits, vegetables. Means as food. Agriculture provides food to the people, so important for that. And third important, we can consider that for export purpose also, because many of the agriculture product we export, and through export we earn foreign currencies. So here important of agriculture. Next, as agriculture is an oldest economic activity, but over the time that changed. Over the years, cultivated methods change. Reasons behind that, like reasons depending upon characteristics of physical environment, technologically know-how, because over the time technology developed in a different sector, so in the agriculture sector as well. As well as socio-economic or socio-cultural influence. Like before, we people didn't eat like pizza or something else. Like international cuisine food we didn't eat before, but now due to globalization, we eat certain kind of food. So we begin to grow such kind of raw materials which required to produce those food. So those are socio-cultural influence. At present, in different parts of India, we practice different types of agriculture. So let's talk about types of agriculture in detail. Basically, from subsistence to commercial. First, primitive subsistence agriculture. Meaning of primitive, traditional, old. So here, primitive agriculture means the agriculture which follow the traditional primitive methods. In this type of agriculture, farmers use basic tools, very basic tools, as well as they use a small patch of land and they grow basic crops. Basic crops like grains, as well as cereals, like as well as cassava, sweet potatoes, and such kind of basic food they grow, which can be used to fulfill their food needs. That's all. They don't grow that commercial crops. They grow basic crops. And here mainly they depend on basic tools, primitive tools, like like digging tools or such kind of basic tools they use, and they do not hire laborers, but rather they use their family members, and sometimes they take help of their community members, like neighbors, because village generally they depend on agriculture. So in they work on the cooperative base. I help other, they help me. In that way, they continue this kind of agriculture method. And they depend on that monsoon and environmental condition, as they do not use irrigation method. More, they depend on soil fertility. They do not use any fertilizers. So they totally depend on that soil fertility. This type of farming is also called slash and burn farming. Slash then burn. So let's discuss what is slash and burn agriculture. Primitive subsistence farming is called slash and burn farming. It has many names. I'll talk about names later. First, let's talk what is slash and burn agriculture. So in slash and burn agriculture, farmer first clear a patch of land. So probably in most the cases, such kind of land that covered by various trees, forest. So that small patch of land, small part of the forest they cut. So trees they cut. They collect branches, wood and other needy things, and remaining grasses they burn. Right. So slash and burn. So after burning that remaining truncation as useful as fertilizer. So which make that particular piece of land more fertile naturally. After that they grow basic crops like earlier I mentioned cereal crops they grow on it. And like mentioned before, they do not use fertilizers. So over the years, that piece of land loses its fertility. So productivity of that land over the time decreases. So after few years, 5 years, 7 years, they abandon that piece of land and practice the same thing at new place. So that abandoned piece of land they do not use, they just abandon it, but nature works there. So again trees and plants grow itself on that piece of land. So this is totally that collaboration with nature I would like to say, because human and nature here works, they work together parallel. So this type of land agriculture is called slash and burn agriculture. And it has many names and they do not, these things you have to remember, they use primitive method, primitive tools, they do not use fertilizers, they do not use any modern means of farming, any modern methods. So this type of agriculture is called slash and burn agriculture. But it has many names like zooming. Let me talk about the name. A list of name I will provide you in notes soon, but let me tell you in which region or which country slash and burn is known as, because region to region and country to country it has different names. Like zooming agriculture in northeastern states of India like Assam, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Manipur, northeastern states of India. Slash and burn agriculture is called zooming. Dipa in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh. It is known as Dipa in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar Island. Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Bastar district of Chhattisgarh and in Andaman and Nicobar Island, slash and burn agriculture is known as Dipa. Now let's talk about the different countries. So the slash and burn agriculture is known as milpa in Mexico. Milpa in Mexico, Conuco in Brazil, Conuco in Venezuela, Roca in Brazil, Masole in Central Africa, Ladang in Indonesia, and Rai in Vietnam. Different countries, different name. So today also this type of agriculture is practiced in many parts of the world, especially those rural area where forest area and rural area where people still practice this type of agriculture. Okay, few more names in India, different India, but in different region, different area. So in India, this primitive form of cultivation is called Bewar or Dahiya in Madhya Pradesh. Bewar or Dahya in Madhya Pradesh, Podu or Penda in Andhra Pradesh, Podu or Pendra in Andhra Pradesh, Pamadabi or Koman or Bringa in Odisha. In Odisha, three names: Pomadabi, Koman, Bringa in Odisha, Kumari in Western Ghats, Valre or Valtre, Valre or Valtre in Rajasthan, in southeastern Rajasthan, Khil in the Himalayan belt, and Kuruwa in Jharkhand. And as earlier I said, Jhuming in the northeastern states of India. So these types of names are also important to focus. That is why I said I will provide you in notes, because such kind of question can be in your board exam, because now board exam in CBSC exam pattern is now balanced between subjective and objective. So this type of question can be in objective, like fill in the blank or match the following, or any other, like slash and burn type of agriculture is known as blank in the northeastern states of India. Your answer is Jumi, right? Another example, in India, primitive form of agriculture known as different names. What does it call in Rajasthan? Valre or Valtre is your answer, right? So here different question can be in different form. So that is why I said that focus on this name and try to relate and remember. How to relate? Like Milpa in Mexico. Milpa, Mexico, right? More in Central America and Mexico and Central America, Milpa. Conuco in Venezuela. Conuco, Venezuela. So I'll provide that list with the name and the region or the country. Alright? So try to remember and understand this. I hope you understand the first type of agriculture, which is slash and burn or primitive subsistence type of farming. Next is intensive subsistence farming, and the third one, that is commercial farming. About intensive subsistence farming and commercial farming, we will discuss in the next video. So stay tuned.